The sound of fabric tearing was sharper than a scream. I looked up from fixing my daughter's hair to see my sister-in-law standing in the doorway, holding the shreds of satin like a trophy. Her smirk was slow, venomous. "Now my girls will win, for sure," she said. For a second, I froze. Not because I didn't know what to say, words came easy to me, but because I didn't want to waste them. My daughter's competition was in hours. Months of practice, late nights, bleeding feet, all hanging by a thread that had just been ripped apart. I turned to my daughter, ready to find the right lie to soften the blow. But she beat me to it. Her eyes, calm, almost amused, met mine. "Mom," she whispered, leaning close so only I could hear, "relax." Then she tilted her phone, showing me something that made the corner of my mouth twitch upward despite myself. The dress she destroyed was a decoy. 6 months earlier, I would have never suspected my sister-in-law of something so petty. She was loud, competitive, and allergic to sincerity, but she'd never crossed the line. Until the last regional competition. That night, her daughters accidentally stepped on my girl's shoe just before going on stage. A broken strap, a stumble during the routine, a drop in the rankings. When I confronted her afterward, she shrugged. "Accidents happen," she said, sipping champagne like she'd just hosted a charity gala instead of sabotaging a teenager. It wasn't just cruelty, it was calculation. She needed her daughters to win, not because they deserved it, but because she needed to be the mother of winners. That's when I knew the next time she wouldn't settle for a broken strap. She'd aim bigger. So we prepared. My daughter and I found an old competition dress at a thrift shop. Similar cut, similar color, but made of cheap fabric that looked elegant from a distance. We tailored it to her exact size. She wore it during rehearsals when we knew my sister-in-law would drop by. The real dress, a custom piece my daughter had designed herself, stayed in a garment bag under lock and key in my car. We didn't tell anyone, not my husband, not my friends, not even the other moms in our circle. The fewer people who knew, the cleaner the game. Now, in the cramped dressing room, I looked from the shredded fake dress on the floor to my daughter's raised eyebrow. My sister-in-law was still standing there, waiting for the panic. "Oh no," I said flatly, picking up the ruined fabric. "Guess that's it then." Her smile widened, teeth bared like she'd just landed the final blow. "Such a shame," she said. "Maybe next year." She sauntered out, heels clicking, already picturing her daughters holding trophies. I gave her 10 minutes, enough time to let her confidence solidify into arrogance. Then my daughter slipped into the real dress. Deep emerald silk, every stitch flawless, rhinestones catching the light like sparks. Her reflection in the mirror made my throat tighten. Not because she looked beautiful, though she did, but because she looked ready. When we walked backstage, the whispers started. Word had spread that her dress was destroyed. My sister-in-law was in the corner, laughing with a cluster of moms, her daughters stretching behind her. The moment she saw my girl, her laugh caught mid-breath. The color drained from her face, replaced by something raw. Confusion, then realization. "Nice dress," I said as I passed her. "Shame you didn't get to see it sooner." She didn't reply. Her jaw was locked, her nails digging into her palm. The performance was electric. My daughter danced like the stage belonged to her, and it did. Every turn was sharp, every leap defied gravity. When the final note hit, the applause was instant and thunderous. Her score shattered the previous record. First place wasn't even a question, it was a statement. Meanwhile, my sister-in-law's daughters danced well. But well doesn't win when brilliance walks on stage right before you. At the award ceremony, my daughter stood center stage, gold medal glinting under the lights. My sister-in-law's girls flanked her, second and third place. The smile my sister-in-law gave me from the audience was the kind you put on when the camera's rolling, but your world is crumbling. Later, in the parking lot, she cornered me. "You think you're clever?" she hissed. "No," I said, unlocking my car. "I think I'm careful." She stepped closer, her voice low. "You humiliated me." I met her gaze, calm as my daughter had been hours earlier. "No," I said again, "you did that yourself. You just didn't plan for someone who plans better." Driving home, my daughter was quiet for a while. Then she turned to me, grinning. "You didn't even look mad when she ripped it." "I wasn't," I said, eyes on the road. "Because anger's a waste when you've already won." That night I folded the ruined decoy dress and put it in a box. Not as evidence, as a reminder. Some people think victory is about being the